face makeup look with you. I'm in my bathroom right now. This is like my vanity where I normally... What? I brought it upstairs because I'm getting super pregnant. In my basement and film for you guys, like, which is where all my setup and all that kind of stuff is. I just like, I get really tired and my boobs are so big that I get really out of breath easily. So I'm just being lazy. So I'm just gonna film in here, but I kind of like it in here because I have all my makeup already up in here. And when I go downstairs, I have to put it in like a basket and pick out the stuff that I want, and then if I get downstairs and change my mind, I have to go up 3 flights and get it. So it's just easier to do it up here. So let me know what you guys think of my new setup. If you like it up here, if you don't like it up here and you like it better in my video room, let me know. I want you to see like what's happening with my skin. Right now, since I'm pregnant, my skin is just really hormonal. You can see, oh my god, it's so sad. Like they're starting to go away. Yeah, so it's really fun. So what I do is I've been using the Dr. Lin Skincare Acne 2 lotion, and it's really drying, so I literally only put it right like where I need it. Yeah, so I'm put that on before I put my makeup on, and then I'm gonna prime my face. And I have a little baby one of the Hangover RX, but I just bought a bigger one, so I might have to open that up. And I'm just going to put that on the rest of my face because with me being pregnant, my skin is really, really dry, especially like underneath my eyes. And I'm getting like patches of dry skin around my temples. So it's just really important that I especially prime my face. And I'm just like pushing this into my skin. I'm using clean hands because if I don't clean my hands, you're just rubbing germs into your pores, and then I'm going to break out even more. So make sure when you put primer on, you use clean fingers. I'm going to use a little bit of the Born This Way foundation, and this is in Pearl. And then I'm going to use a little Smashbox Studio Skin, and this is in 3.1. It's like a little bit darker. The reason I'm mixing these two is because this is lighter, this is darker, and I'm kind of in the middle. Just because my tan's fading. This one's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit more airy. It's not as thick. This one's more full coverage. So I'm going to use more of this, less of this. So I'm going to do like 1 dab of this, half a dab of that. So it'll be a good mix for me because then I won't look cakey, but it'll hide everything I got going on. On to brows. I'm going to show you one brow that I do really fast just so you can get an idea of how I do it. So what I like to use is I like to use the It Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Pen. It's really great if you're blonde, if you're dark hair. It's good for all different colors. So I just do an outline, and as you can see, I have no brows, like really. So I just create my own. I start from underneath, and I start building it. And as you can see, I'm using it at the end. I'm using a light hand. You don't want to like go in because it's going to look like you used a marker. And I start creating my arch first. Now, when you're doing this, you don't want to look this close to the mirror because when you back away, you're going to be like, whoa, my brows are looking totally off and totally different. You kind of want to use the mirror as your friend and use it farther away from you. That way you can get a good feel of them being even. So I just start doing this. And I go really, really light. As I get to the front, I use an even lighter hand. And then I just turn the pencil around, bring it up, and to about where you're got a straight line with your nose. Kind of like that, and it looks a little bit weird right now. Don't worry. It looks really thick, and I'm not into the thick brow life because I have like a weird shaped face. I don't know. Thick brows don't look good on me. Then I'm going to take the Benefit Brow Ka-Brow, and this is like a pomade, and I'm going to get up in it, and then this is where I'm going to start like coloring in the lines. Kind of like a coloring book, right? I like to take a little bit of my concealer or my foundation, and I put it onto a flat edge brush like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a little bit on the back of my hand. My hand looks like pink right now because I just went to Ulta and tried out a bunch of different lipsticks. But And then I'm just going to start cleaning it up. And this is where you can really define your brow and give it that nice sharp edges. You can make it a little thinner if it came out too thick. And then this is also going to help highlight that brow and make it look nice and real. I'm going to use the Chocolate Too Faced Bomb Bomb palette. It's one of my favorite palettes. Just like lots of nice pretty neutrals, warm colors, but then there's like a lot of pretty sparkly colors too. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to start off with the Almond Truffle, and it's just like a nice mauve, almost like a little brown. It's like a mauve. It's more mauve. And I'm just going to start putting that up into my crease, and I'm going to bring it higher than my crease. Gonna get pretty close. I'm going to follow my eyebrow, basically. I'm going to follow my brow shape. I'm going to take Totally Fetch, which is this like super bright pink, because I feel like I love it, and I wanted to wear pink today, so it's happening. So I'm going to start putting that into the crease of, the corner crease of my eyes. I'm using a smaller compactor brush just so that this color doesn't get all over the place. And I'm just literally doing little circular motions and just like pushing it into my skin. Then with this brush, I'm just going to blend it to make sure there's no harsh lines. Pink's a really hard shade to work with because the pigment goes onto some skins and it'll look all different colors. Sometimes it'll look more purple. Sometimes when it looks purple, it'll make you look really tired. So just gotta be careful. So for my inner lid, what I'm gonna use is a little Shadow Insurance. And the reason I'm using this is because I'm using a color that has a lot of sparkle to it and in it, and I really want it to show and like be bright and bold. So this will help that pigment stick, because when you use a sparkly type of shadow and you put it onto a flat surface that's more matte, the glitter is going to fall off of your face. So yeah. And I'm just going to pat that into my lid where I want to put the shadow with the glitter. I'm going to take Cotton Candy, which is this color right here, and it's a little bit lighter than this pink. And I'm going to start patting that with my finger, clean finger, on the outer like 2/3 of my lid. The reason I'm using my finger is because I want to get the full effect. I don't want anything to be left on the brush. When you use your finger, it just helps everything stick and it'll go exactly where you want it. That brush, I'm not putting anything else on it. And I'm just going to blend that hot pink and the baby pink together, just so that there's not like an intense area. Sprinkles, which is like the lightest baby pink that there is. And I'm going to put that on my inner crease. Then I'm going to take this blending brush and I'm going to go back in with the hottest pink. I'm just going to make sure everything is nice and blended. And we didn't lose any of the colors. And then I'm going to take the biggest blending brush that I have, and I'm just going to, there's nothing on it, I'm going to swipe it back and forth. Make sure everything is just fully blended. When you're doing so many colors, you want a nice blended look. You don't want it to be like, boom, one color, then the next, and the next. You just want it to really have a nice fade. All right, so we're looking super crazy right now, but the colors are exactly how I want it. I'm happy with the pigments and all that. So we're gonna clean up underneath and make it look nice and sharp and all that good stuff. So what I am going to take is, I'm gonna take the Born This Way concealer. This is in light medium. I don't want to have like a crazy dramatic under eye that's nice and light, just because I'm kind of over it. And this is where you can clean up and make everything nice and sharp. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a little mixture of the Laura Mercier and RCMA powder. Laura Mercier is really drying for me, so I mix some RCMA with it, and it just helps. That's just a good combination for me right now. And I'm just going to push this underneath my under eye and let it sit for like a few minutes, not too long, because I'll get way too dried out. And then I get like the crepies underneath my eye, and then it looks like I've aged 5 years. So if you have dry skin like me, I wouldn't let it sit there for a while. So then I'm going to take my favorite powder, and this is the Fit Me Maybelline powder. I'm just going to set the rest of my face with it. And I'm just going to push that into my skin. I really like this powder because it's inexpensive, it stays all day, it doesn't affect my skin, and it gives me full coverage. Do my liner, and I'm going to give it a nice strong wing. And what you want to do is first follow the line out that we made, just like that, the eye shape. And we're going to start from the middle. And I like to follow my line down, just so that I can get as close to my lashes as I want. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go about to the middle to 2/3, I guess. Oh, that's about to drip. And I'm going to just go straight out. It's almost like you are making a straight line and a triangle at the same time. And I'm going to color in the lines, like a coloring book. Then with what I have left over, I'm just going to basically set this precision brush right onto my lashes. Like I want it a little bit more dramatic, so make it a little thicker. Alright, so I got my liner on, and like I said, you don't have to do this, but I love winged liner. It's my favorite. I can't help myself. So I'm happy with how thick it is. You can make it thinner, you can make it thicker. Next up, I'm going to start warming up my face before I start working on my under eye. So I'm going to take the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm going to use all these at the bottom, and I'm just going to run it back and forth. And I'm going to just start warming my face up. Like I said, kind of over the whole contouring deal. My husband tells me I look like a skeleton when I contour, so I don't know. He's either super judgy or he's right. Then I'm going to take the Becca Precision brush, and I'm going to run that down my neck. The reason I love this brush for my neck and stuff, oh yeah, get rid of that double chin, is because it really gives everything a nice even flow down your neck. Because you know how you see sometimes people's face will look one color here and then a different color here. This really helps defeat that. So I love this brush, and it covers a lot of area really quick. If I used this brush, because these bristles are so spread, it would take me a while for it to have that nice seamless finish down my neck. Angled brush, because my forehead's not too big or nothing like that. I just put a little bit right at the top corners of my forehead. Whoa, girl. Mama got a blend. And that just gives me like a nice little glow, not overly contoured. And I'm pretty happy with it. And then I just go through and make sure everything's just nice and blended and all that shit, you know? Alright, so I'm not one for the whole nose contour. I just like to have a little bronze on my nose just so it evens out, because like the rest of my face has like a little bit of a glow, so I don't want to leave my nose out too. So I'm just going to put a little bit of color right on the sides of it. So I'm really excited. I just picked this up, and it's the new Urban Decay Shimmering Powder for Face and Body. And if you know me, I love the sparkles and all that stuff. So I saw this, and I was like, I gotta have it. Pretty, I mean, look at it. Look, so pretty. How could you say no to that? It's like, take me home, buy me. Take a lot of that, and I'm just going to start putting that all over my face because I love it. Look how pretty it is. It's so pretty. And I love that it's like a rosy gold color with a little bit of peach and a little bit of pink, and it's just so pretty, and everybody needs this. So I really, really love it. Yep, feel good about it. It's happening. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on that under eye area, which is like dreaded to me. I hate working on my under eye. I don't really know why. I'm going to take the hottest pink color again. Start going underneath my eye with that. Then I'm going to take a flat smudger brush, make sure it's clean. And then I'm going to take that cotton candy color, which is a lighter pink, and I'm going to go right over top of that. Then I'm going to blend them both together. A little bit of black. Oh, son of a bitch. So I just popped some lashes on. I used the House of Lashes in Iconic. They're one of my favorite ones. I got them on Amazon, I think for like 20 bucks, like a 3-pack or something. And they have lasted me for months. You just have to take good care of them and not mess them up. And you can clean them with, I clean them with baby soap. So yeah, I recommend. So for my lips, I'm going to use the Melted Too Faced lip gloss. And this is in Queen Bee. If I can get it out of the tube. Okay. Alright, so to get started on this nappy headed hoe, that's what my hair looks like. What I'm going to do is I like to take this little curling iron. It's like 1 inch, I guess, the barrel. It gets really, really hot. I've burnt myself on it 100 times. It comes with a glove, but the glove is really annoying to me because I feel like I don't know, it just annoys me. So what I'm going to do is I start from the bottom, and this is like how I do my hair all the time because literally I hate doing my hair, so I feel like this is like a lazy woman's way to do her hair. So I take a little bit here and I just leave it on. I'll do real time. I'll show you how long I leave it on. Maybe like 10 seconds. And then I grab another piece and then I do it the opposite direction. Then I grab another piece and I do it in the opposite direction. Alright, then I do for the top of my hair, it's pretty simple. I just find my part and then I grab some pieces from the back, and at the top, that's where I curl everything away from my face. Take some of the Not Your Mother's Double Take texture spray because I have really thin hair and I like big messy hair, you know? And I just spray my roots with it. Try not to let it get in your eye because that shit burns. Kind of like that. Then if you want to, you could throw a weave in, but I'm not feeling the weave today just because it's hot as balls out. Maybe it's not that hot and I'm just pregnant and I feel like it's that hot, but I can't do a weave right now. This is my final look. I hope you guys like it. I hope you liked getting ready with me. And if you like these type of videos, let me know. Or if you want to see more videos where I don't talk as much, let me know because I can totally shut up. So hope you guys like it and I'll see you later. Bye.